What up, what up, what up? Well, that obviously sucks. Hang on a second. Fix that right up. You can tell that I didn't go through my checklist tonight, because that happened. What's up, everybody? How is everybody doing this evening? Select that's Odyssey. Get to Discord in a minute. I'm getting there. Fire this thing up. Yeah, playing some old-fashioned Elite Dangerous tonight. My brother's on, and we're gonna have ourselves some fun. We sit back, enjoy ourselves, and have a whole time. Make it a whole thing. Sup, bro?
What up?
How's yous doings?
Is good.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Pairing planetary system. Downloading shaders. Gosh. Where am... Oh, I know where I'm at. I know what's going on. Hello, Theo has fallen. Uh-oh. What's that emoji for? Oh, yeah. How was your day?
Mine?
Yes, yours.
Oh, it was good. Relaxing.
Well, that's good.
Tweaked my neck somehow sleeping last night, so I have like a weird pinched nerve thing each time I look to the right. So that feels amazing.
That's not so
good. Hopefully a night's sleep will fix it, because if not, work will be hell tomorrow.
I got to go through the whole the nature tries to kill me thing today.
What did you do?
I mowed the lawn.
And nature tried to kill you?
So fresh cut grass amplifies my already bad allergies about 200 times.
That's right.
So
I remember that as a kid.
Even
that
with
was fucking terrible when you were mowing as a kid too.
Even with popping Claritin and Benadryl beforehand, I still want to gouge my eyes out with a knife every time because it hurts so bad. Yeah, it's nature tries to kill me. The one time that I wore a face mask while doing it, it decided to not just go after that, but like I got hives on my arms. So it doesn't relent. It's like I'm fucked.
How do I search for... I want to look for engineering stuff that you can like trade for, but how do I like search for where I can find that? Theo, we're playing Elite Dangerous.
Inara has material traders. You can look for them that way. In either raw or
is it just
like the
regular in the commodities?
Hey, what's up, Glass?
Or is it under engineering?
On Inara. Here's my right. If you go to...
Oh, here's find nearest material trade.
Yeah.
Gosh. So many selections.
I think Glass is having issues with his Discord again. Or he's just being silent. One of the two. Strong silent. This one's worth 3.
So do all material traders have all materials to trade?
No. So depending on what type of materials you want to trade, you got raw, you've got...
How do I specify?
They
Are they
will...
just in
Okay.
categories and they're always in those categories?
Yeah, so if you go, let's see. Nearest...
So what's a strange wake solution?
I think that's the data.
Is that something that can be bought?
It's gonna be traded, I think.
Okay,
So you can
'cause I
trade
know I
up or
have data-
trade down.
Right, but where do I do that?
Yeah, give me a
How do I
second.
find a place to do that?
I'm trying to remember where to look up. Here's material trader. So if you look, you will see the trader type. Manufactured are those parts, raws are the raw materials, and encoded is the data. So you want to find an encoded data trader.
Oh, so it's the closest one to me. Meredith City.
Meredith City.
High tech / refinery, and it's encoded trader type.
Hey.
5 light years away. Super.
That's not terrible.
I think it's actually the closest system. That's fucking hilarious.
And
Like actually the closest star to me.
cabin, economy, confirmed, set mission. And auto. Push this bitch. Not that. Oh, that's right. Because none of those are up. Hello, Glass. Try number 2.
Yeah, I don't know. For some
Oh,
reason.
glass?
Hey. Yeah, for some reason, Discord managed to, for bizarre reason, take off my default device from my headset to God knows what. So I didn't realise. So I don't know why.
Oops, that's not you.
I've had that happen before.
What are you up to? You're engineering. I heard something going. I could hear you. I just
He's
couldn't talk,
engineering.
but, yeah.
I'm Rabigoing at the moment.
Right.
When I upgraded my, because I did the engineering to get my like fully engineered out Explorer ship frameshift drive upgraded, because that was like the first step into engineering, so it's a pretty easy one to do. I had a bunch of leftover stuff, and so I like started to upgrade some of my other ships. And so now I'm in my type 9 for trading, and I'm at a type, or like the level 2 or something. I need to get to level 3, and so I'm like moving my way up just by getting more engineering stuff. So of what I have left over, I'm just trading around to try and get some more stuff upgraded.
But you mean that's the level that you've unlocked the engineer to? Yeah, up to sort of level 2-ish.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've already unlocked all 5. I just have to buy each step with engineering materials.
Oh, okay. You've got that particular engineer unlocked all the way to level 5.
Right, because I already
Okay.
did that on my exploration ship, and
Yeah.
so now I'm just using my leftover materials to upgrade what I can without like having to go refarm a bunch of materials. So.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just doing a little extra credits before I decide what I'm doing tonight. I had literally no plan tonight. Nothing built in. I should start planning this stuff out better. Make me actually look like I knew what I was doing or something.
I think I might be doing a space trucker simulator tonight. Making that
Ooh.
money. I've spent enough of it. recently, so I need to make a bunch more. And by a bunch of money, I mean like I've spent like 400 million recently.
A little bit different maybe for next week is we can go mountain climbing. There's the new planet tech in Odyssey is is a bit of a mixed bag, but there's a system that's turned up fairly close in the bubble actually, not only a few jumps away from the center, and there's this huge, absolutely enormous mountain in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's not just you get some big mountain ranges, but this mountain is on its own, and it's quite a challenge going up it. A lot of people are having a lot of fun trying to climb this mountain in their SRVs.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that does sound like fun.
It's big. It's it's about sort of 8-9 kilometers high or something like that, and it really is on its own. You can't miss it. It's
my SRV is
peak.
Pretty close by.
I think I put it in. If you have a look, I think if you have a look in your squadron bookmarks, I think it's marked as Big Mountain or something.
I don't see it.
I'll have a look. A sec.
I don't know where to look. Is it just like a display option and you just have to scroll out and look for it, or how do you actually pull up like a list of the squadron bookmarks? I see squadron systems.
Yeah, it's I think it's a squadron base. What it is, it's right next to a base. Very handily, it's
okay.
So you can
well, I have
bookmark
squadron
the base.
systems, but I only have 6 systems.
Okay, I'll have a look in a second. Hold on.
There's 5,000 light year base, asteroid base, Grigorvich, Penal Colony, Guardian Beacon, Guardian Data Sites 2, and O-Type Star.
I might be down for some pew pew again tonight too, possibly.
That actually, yeah, what it is, it's a bit of a bug within Odyssey. What you mark yourself as, if you edit the book, give it its own name, it does it itself, but it doesn't do it in the squadrons clearly. So that Grigorovich Penal Colony, that's the one.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, now I know where to find that. So
if you
whenever
go there,
I'm done doing this,
come down,
then
you can't miss it. It's within, sort of 15-20 kilometers of that base. As you're coming down on the planet, you can see this massive mountain just sitting there, almost on its own, right next to that base. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I went and had a look and even landed my ship on the top of it, but it's just screaming to have an expedition climbing it in SRVs. Yeah, a lot of people have done some YouTube videos on it and stuff.
sounds like fun. This landing music never ceases to make me smile.
Right? I think we're doing all right, Theo. We're doing all right. How are you? Let's
Update 8 next week, which will be.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey Theo,
Yeah.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I think what everyone's hoping for most. There's some nice additions, including some silly stuff, which isn't particularly necessary, like emotes, and so everybody can salute each other. But it's performance issues, which is apparently, there's some big work been done on some of the performance issues finally for 8. So that's what I think most people will be looking forward to. Can start getting some half decent frame rates on, in these planet bases.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
So now, where do we actually go for the materials trader? Not the market, right? You had to go to crew lounge, or
No, you go to contacts.
Yeah.
oh, here he is. Was the technology broker then? That'll give me data.
Yes.
No, it's no. You've got three types of material traders. You've got obviously raw, which are things like
Oh, okay. So
minerals
it's
and
always just the
iron.
materials trader.
And then you have data, which is well, but no, but it depends. There's each these stations will only have one.
Right, but I
side,
already looked all
type.
that up, so I found out that the station I'm at's the right one. So
Yeah.
I already did that part.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're at the right place. Yeah, you've got raw, data, and tech. I think it's actually called manufactured materials.
Yeah, it is manufactured.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a bunch of fucking data I can trade up. Holy shit, yes.
Yeah,
I might actually have enough to trade up
though.
for everything.
The rates sting. I mean, if you've been doing some of these, missions where these trade runs where you get rewards for high level, data or sometimes manufactured materials. They can be quite nice. You can accumulate those, reasonably quickly over time, and then it's great to trade those down. So that's why they're worth taking. But of course, the going up, going down is painless, but going up is expensive. 6 to 1, that kind of, for the next level. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it already tells me. Okay, so I upgraded all the way up through, because all I needed was one data thing to get past that little third level 3 bind that I was in. As soon as I got that up, I got all the way
You doing
through
all right, though?
4, where you had to upgrade it like 5 times. And so now I need one arsenic to do my level 5.
And then you can trade around at raw for arsenic.
Arsenic has always had a bit of a history of being a strange one. It's not one that you come across an awful lot, down on the planets.
Yeah.
And yet it's only classed, I think, as like a grade 2 rarity or something.
Living is
it's almost
good.
about as rare as you can get. It's a funny one, arsenic.
I wonder if it's like really, really plentiful in one place and just somewhere people don't think to go to find it.
There are planets, but the conditions of the planets, it's all based, apparently, it's all based on compositions of how the planets are constructed and what they're more likely to have. And there are planets where you can get it, but a lot of planets where it just doesn't show up at all. And that said, and that's okay. I mean, but it's actually only, I think it's only classed as grade 2 or something, and it's like, hang on.
Must not be used a whole lot or something compared to what the supply is.
You just think you'd find it a lot more. A lot of people had particularly before. See, eventually material traders was brought in, but for a long time there were no material traders. If you needed something, you had to go out and find it. And so, arsenic was, an awful lot of people's headaches for engineering, trying to find arsenic.
Not as much as I should be because of COVID, but yeah, a bit. I'm more paranoid and terrified than anything else or just not terrified, it's the wrong word. More paranoid than anything else for it. did I clean out all the good ones? That's a 3.8. Not as many good ones this roundup.
That's
I think
cool.
my
This is the first time I've gone to a neutron star.
Oh, that'd be
for
kind of cool.
Going to a base or something. There's like a big station orbiting this neutron star.
Station around a neutron. Huh?
Stations in rings. Not too many of those, but they do look very cool.
That would be cool.
I presume you've seen some of the asteroid stations, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, they're really nice as well.
This one's kind of dry.
What you doing, bro?
Oh, grabbing yucks for Rubigo Mine's passenger run.
Ah, making
And
that moolah.
I usually get one decent run, and then one that's kind of meh, and then a decent one, and then one that's kind of meh for what contracts are available. Yeah. I mean, it goes toward exploration data, so... Or it goes toward exploration. Somehow. I guess technically it's a sightseeing mission, so I get it, but still.
You're just the exploration pilot, and so you get jaded by the actual exploration portion of it because you see it the same every time. Think about the guy that's driving the schmucks through the desert in Africa on a finger quotes exploration trip, that this dude lives there and he just drives around in his backyard with these white schmucks from Europe or the US, and they went on an exploration trip and this dude just drove around in his backyard.
Now, I complain that it's slower than usual, but I will still probably make close to 15 to 20 million off this one run there and back, and I'm on the second one since I started streaming. So, like, I complain, but I think I made 25 or 30 from the first run that I did. So, like, I know it's all relative, but it's still kind of funny.
There's a rumor going around that we're gonna be able to dress up for Halloween at work. So I'll be walking around in Walmart doing my picking thing in like full like makeup, possibly.
Are you doing one of your butcher clowns?
No, I don't. They probably won't let you do anything that'll scare customers away. There's lots of children in Walmart with families, you know.
Oh, I agree. That's gonna be dope. So, what are you thinking?
I don't know yet. I mean,
Xenomorph?
I'm not fucking wearing a hat. Nothing with like a wig, like with extra hair and shit. No, none of that shit. And I swear to God, if I like paint my face with something and I go into work and I'm literally the only one to paint it, I'm going to fucking flip.
That would be funny.
think that's one thing I'll have to do is confirm that other people will be doing it as well before I decide to like spend any actual money on it.
You know, I was looking at my rebuy costs. I remember when thinking that 3 million for rebuy costs was a little, I was like slightly nervous about that. And then I look at my current balance. I'm like, why was I nervous? Ever. 1.097 billion credits. But we go. Team request tossed out. Where is my... Type 9 is still tote. Okay.
Mission objective complete.
If people don't plan on doing it, you should still go ahead and do it. Dope as fuck. You look super swag. There you go, bro. Just dress up anyway, even if no one else is doing it.
Or maybe I'll just tell people I'm going to do it with enough confidence that they'll give them confidence to do it as well. And I'll just be the one that'll have to like start the confidence train.
And then you be the one
like,
that does,
hey guys,
that shows up without
I'm gonna
it.
dress up. I'm gonna fucking paint my face or, you know, do whatever. So it gives them the confidence to do it as well.
What's your next 2 days off? It's Saturday and Tuesday
Saturday
again?
and Tuesday for this foreseeable future.
Nice.
Which I can see like up to 3 weeks out or something like that with the current schedule set up.
So we got to lead next Tuesday again then, huh?
Yep.
So next Tuesday, mountain climbing.
Or later on tonight, mountain climbing, because it's close by.
We could do that.
Yeah, no, it's probably 4 or 5 jumps away normally, I think, at most.
What are you
a
doing?
couple hundred light years away, it would still be close enough for tonight.
What are you doing Saturday, bro?
I don't know. Why, is there something going on?
Yeah, Minecraft Live.
What's that?
It's their yearly like convention thing that they do live stream of, where they talk about a release date and then talk about the next update, which will be 1.19 and what's coming.
Ah.
And we can vote on one of three new mobs, which they've announced 2 of the 3.
You doing like a stream watch along party or something at your house?
I was thinking about doing one
Should
where I
hit up
streamed it live, but
I think it'd be fun to do more in person, just hang out and like barbecue.
That's what I was. If you want to come
Hit up
over,
Paul and James, and see we can get the crew over.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I don't know how into Minecraft they are, but
They're not. If they're busy with other stuff, I mean, we still all watch it though, because I know at least you, me, and the wife are all, and the kids all into it.
yeah. Which one of the things do you have over?
2. 2 is here all week and this weekend.
Oh, cool.
It's like fall break or something.
Well, when is it? Because we have the Pearson thing to do.
It is.
We can plan the day around it.
Noon Eastern is when it starts.
Noon Eastern.
Yep, noon Eastern. They've announced 2 of the 3 new mobs that are up for running. So like the glow squid from... Yeah, the glow squid came in because of Minecraft Live, or Minecon as it was called at the time. The Phantom was a voted in mob from that. I'm trying to think what other voted in mobs.
That deep one, dude, whatever. Or is it the
The
Phantom?
ward? No, so the Phantoms are the ones that come at night when you don't sleep for a while.
Oh, right.
The Warden, which is the Deep Dark, that was one that Minecraft added on their own.
Oh, I thought it was like that, between that and something else, and they voted that in.
No, so there was 3. The last year's was 3, and it was either Glow Squid, the Moo Bloom, or the Illager. And the Glow Squiddy one.
I need a fucking chiropractor for my shoulder/neck.
Talk to Zing. He knows of a good chiropractor apparently. It's on my to-do list to go to a chiropractor for my back and my neck. I just haven't done it yet. Landing gear deployed. Yep, so now I'm back already after that run from the Rubigo run. Let's see how much money I made off that. 1097. Went from 1097 to 1116. So that wasn't terrible. What, like 17 million? No. 097. Like 19 million? That's not right. Yeah, it is. 16 to 3. Yeah, 19 million credits in that run. Well, that's not terrible, I guess.
Sounds pretty good to me. On my cargo runs, I consider anything between 18 to 23 a good run for profit.
Yeah, and this is
So
this is fairly
that's in
speedy
that
as
range.
well.
Yeah, it didn't take you long at all. The ease of repeatability is important too, because sometimes with the trading missions, you can buy a place out pretty quickly and then you have to like find a new route if you're like trying to farm a whole bunch. So having a place where you just know where to go and you can just make money that way, where it's just easy and mindless, is nice.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like on par with, at times better.
There we go. All goes to my explorer. We don't have to conversate about anything. We can conversate about anything or nothing, or just kind of chill out and have fun. All right.
Chemical manipulators are a shit trade.
Cats are cool. What do you mean?
I needed chemical manipulators to do more level 5 stuff, and man, that's like I'll give you one chemical manipulator for 36 of something else. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, usually what you want to do is find the big ones and then trade down. So finding out where you can get the best of the grade 5s or the highest grades possible.
I'm literally doing all of this just off of what I had, just trading around. So I don't have to go farm anything else. So my whole point was to avoid it. So I'm willing to take these really shitty trades.
Go spend a week at Dav's Hope.
I've never had to farm again a day in my life.
Did you used to play WoW?
There's a reason why I still don't. Because it was required to farm like a madman if you wanted to do anything halfway decent in the game. You can be a complete scrub and never farm anything, but you won't have fun. It's one of those things where that game, you can play it super casually and some people can enjoy that. But having played it at a, like, dare I say, unhealthy level for the time that I did, it like ruined being able to play it at any other kind of a level.
Yeah.
So I can't play that game just casually. It drives me insane. And I don't want to spend 60 hours a week playing the game either. So I just choose not to play it. That's one of those games that if they opened up the like being able to buy in-game things with real money,
Yeah.
that would be one of those games that some people would spend like thousands of dollars a month on that game, like without even blinking an eye. It's just, yeah. The game is a problem.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the company running it's kind of a problem right now too.
Oh my god, no kidding. Hearing about the shit that was going on in the background.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm staying away. Like, I was really looking forward to Diablo 2 Remastered, but I'm staying away from Activision for a bit.
Well, I mean, if you really wanted to, like, go against the people that actually did it, it's just the WoW dev team that was the problem. It wasn't like Blizzard in general or Activision in general. It was literally that team in that part of that building.
Except
That's where,
for
like, all of that shit was going on.
Destruction of evidence, destruction of documents, lying, cover-ups. I mean, all of that was all Activision. Resigning so that they don't come under fire. That was all Activision.
I didn't know about that part.
Yeah.
Say that. It doesn't sound too good. Now I sound like a douchebag for defending them at all.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. Welcome back, Glass. I heard...
Discord decided to kick me to AFK. God knows why.
You were quiet for too
Might
long.
actually be a
quiet,
setting that you can set, like the how long the timeout is in a channel, if there's no activity from you.
That's something I can set.
Might be like a personalized thing too, so that way you can, like, if the server admin has it set to unlimited, so that way you can actually time out yourself out.
Normally a problem. Normally can't shut me up, but this time it caught me.
What
out.
is that, Theo? That does
I started
not.
talking, and then I'm like,
That didn't show up right on my
yeah,
on my chat bot.
Chat. It doesn't even give you, it doesn't give you a sound, or just suddenly you find yourself you've been moved.
You find yourself silent and no one's talked to you in a minute. You're like, what's going on?
Yep.
Hello, is anybody out there?
What I was saying at the time is that for collecting materials, the manufactured materials, probably the best way of doing it. You could go to Dav's Hope, of course, or one of those sites, but that's incredibly tedious. Best way to do it is get yourself a medium ship that's relatively built for a little bit of combat, but also deck it up with collector limpets. And then you usually go to one of the high res sites, so the cops do most of the work for you, and you just make sure you get a few tags in before each of the pirates explode, and then your collector limpets will scoop up all of the materials that get dropped, and you can really you can really build up your levels that way. It's a lot, but
that actually sounds like fun too.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot better than doing Dav's Hope, and plus of course you get paid.
Sounds a lot less tedious.
You get credits as well, which you obviously you don't at Dav's Hope.
Oh right, yeah, because you actually get paid each time you get a kill.
Of course, yeah. So you can get yourself a few million and collect up, a whole stack.
And because you're just following the cops, you don't actually have to equip yourself with the detector or whatever,
you
like the wanted detector.
No, you're not worried about that. And you don't even need to do a particularly
What's
big.
it called? Warrant something?
Kill
Warrant
warrant
scanner.
Kill warrant scanner. That's right.
Yeah. But of course, you don't even need a particularly powerful combat build. If you're just doing, if you're just tagging the targets.
Just something with a few lasers.
Yeah, exactly.
Pulse lasers in the front.
Just getting a few
gimbal
tags
pulse lasers
and getting a few tags just before they die and scoop up the goodies. Because of course, materials will only appear for ships that you shoot. If you have a look and say you watch the cops shooting a pirate, when that pirate explodes, there won't be any materials left. Dispersed. It's only for materials only get released if you are involved in the kill.
And now you just have to set up you just have to set up the limpet and then you shoot out limpets, right, to collect them.
Yeah, you just fire them off and they automatically just go scooping everything up, basically.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The only thing
I've actually never done collector limpets before.
Yeah, no, they work pretty much automatically. The only thing you do need to be a little bit aware of being in a haz-res site, not a haz-res, a high-res or below, in other words, one with cops, is that if they accidentally scoop up illegal cargo, in other words, suddenly you're in, and then you get scanned by the police, then suddenly you're wanted. They're opening fire on you. So you need to just keep
How quickly do they scan you? Can you just get rid of your cargo that's illegal? Can you just look at it as it's coming in and just re-jettison it?
Of course, every time you get a collection, you get a little notification up in the top right corner side. So try and keep an eye on that, and just every now and again.
Just each time I do it, I'll just look in my inventory because it's really quick to go forward and then hit over.
Exactly. You don't normally get caught out that way too much, but you can do. It's you've got to be a little bit careful that you're not flying around with illegal cargo on you with the cops all around you. But it's fairly quick you can eject it fairly quickly. Just got to be aware of it. That's all, and keep an eye on it.
Yeah, that's definitely a much better way of doing it than Dav's Hope.
And you'll get a much bigger. See, Dav's Hope, there may be, I think it's probably something like 16 to 18 different types of materials that you can collect from there. Obviously, not all of them at the same time, but there's a limited range. Whereas there's a much bigger range that you can collect out. Shooting pirates, it's the amount of different types of materials that are dropped is much bigger than in Dav's Hope. Dav's Hope, it's something like about 18 different types of materials that you can collect, and obviously you can only collect. It's only ever 10 at a time, but 18 is the variance. There are some that will never ever appear at Dav's Hope, for example. Quite a lot, in fact.
Yeah.
Where do I get the wake exceptions? Data mined wake exceptions.
Yeah, I think
or
those
a good data
are,
place in
well,
general.
the thing to do that is get yourself a wake scanner and sit outside a busy space station, say Shimrata Desra, for example, and just scan all of the wake. I don't know what they're called. The wake residues. When a ship jumps out of a system, it leaves behind a wake signature, and if you scan that wake signature, it will give you
hang out
higher level.
Hang out by the actual star, like right where you warp in.
Well, you can. There's more than one
there, right?
No. There's a couple of places that's best to do it. Outside a space station, because there's ships coming and going.
Okay, so I can just stay right outside Jameson.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a good place. It's a busy starport. Or you can go to one of the navigation beacons and exit a navigation beacon, and again, that's fairly much the same. There's a lot of activity there. So
gotcha. Just hang out and scan the NPCs as they come through.
Yeah. Also, don't forget, just targeting NPCs. You'll get a lot of data. Not exceptional wake exceptions, for example, but just normal. There's sort of big variance of data materials that you can collect just by, when you're flying, say when you're flying in towards a destination, so you've just jumped in, you're flying away from the star, and you've got yourself 1,500 light seconds to go before you get to the station that you're going to. Well, if you get if you can see that there's any ship targets in front of you, target them up while you're going there. You may as well, because you're bound to get some data materials from just doing that, just by targeting
I
them.
never even knew that's how you got data materials, to be perfectly honest with you. What's is it G is the scroll through targets? Because I know T is a target, the one that's closest to you. But there's one of the buttons that scrolls through G.
G, that's right, G. Yeah.
Okay.
H is the nearest hostile target. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just go G until it's pointing at the one that's right in front of you, and you normally have to leave it, say, about 3 seconds or so for it to scan. You'll
right,
see
but I can hit G and then it'll show me where to go look at them too.
Well, the thing is, you'll get ships all around you. Now, of course, you don't want to break away the direction that you're flying in because you're flying towards a destination. But often the destination that you're going to is, often, say, for example, if it's Jameson, there's ships, always there's ships around Jameson, flying towards Jameson, coming out of Jameson. And so flying in that direction, you're bound to see, a few NPC targets ahead of you, so target them, and hopefully every 2 or 3 of those.
What's the scanner thing called?
Oh, the wake, the wake scanner. Yes.
What is it? Optional internal?
Yeah. It's I'm not sure whether it's a.
I have to go to Jameson to buy one. It's not.
Yeah,
don't have it available.
You put it. You put it the same
it,
place that you put like chaff or Heatsinks, whatever that is.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not. I don't think it's optional. It's the other one. It's not
the module.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh well.
That last little run that I just did was 22 million off that run.
Nice.
I can get about 3 of these relaxed. I can get about 3 an hour at between 18 and 25 million per run. So that's like 60 or 70 mil an hour. Or 50 or 60 mil an hour of exploration funds. It's not terrible.
Not bad when it's really the secondary point. I mean, the money is nice, but of course what you're really doing it for is the rank.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, the money is quite nice, but the rank is so much more important.
Is the point.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I always do. I just make a habit of just, targeting ships that are ahead of me. You don't have to worry about breaking off or targeting the ships around you, because of course to scan a ship in the distance, it has to be in front of you, So obviously if there's a ship behind you, you would have to, turn around and have your nose pointed at it for your ship to be able to fully scan it. But like I said, there's plenty of destinations that you go to where there's ships in front of you. You don't need to change the direction that you're flying in to be able to target these ships and get some nice data rewards. I just make a habit of it these days. I don't even think about it.
I should do that when I pop out at Cirrus Atmospherics. There's always 4 or 5 ships flying around. It's a point for sightseeing. Just target everything there and grab the data before I jump back.
The idea of these wake scanners, although it's not particularly utilised that well in this game, the idea is, of course, is that it tells you where the ship has gone to. So even though the ship has jumped out, you can follow it by scanning its wake and jump into the same system. You know its destination that way. So the idea is, of course, it's extremely useful for piracy or assassinations. You can follow a target.
Do some of those missions at some point.
Yeah, no, assassination missions are good fun, man. Yeah, they're all right. They're one of the better ones.
Especially since I was doing some research, and you can get some parts and stuff that are typically faction only by doing missions or doing stuff for certain groups, and as you go up, then you can get specialty stuff from them. What was that stuff called?
Yeah, I think. Are you not talking about power play? Being given different.
Yes.
Yeah. So, for example, I've never done any of it, to be honest. I really should. But yeah, the thing is that, from what I understand, anyway, there's the rewards for committing yourself to these factions for a set number of weeks and spending quite a bit of grind, earning enough points to count towards your contribution towards them. Yeah, after a certain number of weeks, you'll be awarded weapons. Usually, it's or there's
prismatic seal
weapons,
generations, pack-hound missile rack, plasma accelerator.
Yeah, I was going to say pack-hounds are really good. Plasma accelerators are pretty good, and prismatic shields is the other one.
Enforcer cannon, pulse disruptor, imperial hammer, pacifier frag cannon.
Right.
Retributor.
Yeah, most of these have a real. Yeah, but they kind of have a reputation, really. Most of those things, like the Imperial Hammer, they're really good for PvP. But then, for PvE, if you're going into a Hezred site and stuff like that, they're not particularly effective. It's or particularly any more effective than the normal weapons you get in the game. But they're very popular amongst PvPers. I wouldn't mind prismatic shields, and pack-hounds look amazing, I must admit. It's like firing off like 50 missiles at the same time, and they're all like following the target. That's why they're called pack-hounds. It does look good. But
hey bro, are you guys in a group?
Yeah, I invited you.
I don't see any invitation.
Invited you to team.
There we go.
Here we go.
what do you use, Will, to control the ship? What are you on a HOTAS or a mouse and keyboard, or
Mouse and key for me.
Will?
Well,
Who's Will?
you? William Thomas? That's what I've got here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I was like, what the hell?
Is that a pseudonym, is it?
William
Well,
Thomas
it's-
Franz is WTF.
Oh, I see.
So I just
what
chose
the
that name.
Ah, got it. Ah. There we go. Well,
I'm
what
Eric.
okay. What I was gonna recommend is that you were asking about the key to select you know, to scroll through targets with. I use my mouse up and down wheel.
That could work.
Yeah, no, it works brilliant for me. Just obviously up for you know, next target, and down for previous target, and you can just scroll up and down and target, up. It's great. It really works well.
I have to reset all of mine after I did, because I did a clean install for Windows 11.
Oh, you didn't save the bindings, no?
Yeah, there was a few things I forgot to save.
Oh, hey, bro, how's 11?
I really like 11, so I figured out why there were computers that were having a massive performance hit. So on pre-built OEM computers, Windows is configured on OEM machines to container everything, to kind of keep things separated so that one thing can't infect into something else as part of a security system, and kind of the way that like Xbox does things that way to keep everything isolated. And that was causing a hit on performance for OEM manufactured computers. If you built your own or you disable that, there's no hit or penalty to it. And I really like it so far. It's much more responsive than 10 even was, and that's kind of surprising. But no, I like it so far. I don't have any complaints. Still figuring out some of the nuances of it, but it's not terrible. But yeah, that's where the performance hit was getting taken on that people were complaining about.
Yeah, there we are. The controls, if you go to obviously your ship controls, and then you just go to general ship controls as opposed to general controls, and then to targeting you have cycle next target and then cycle previous ship. You can just scroll those. You can select it as an alternative, so you can keep G as the key as well, but I just have the mouse wheel up and down for those two. You can just use that. It works nicely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got to reset all of my detailed surface scanner and all of that stuff.
Right, yeah.
I got to reset all that up again.
Once you do, I mean, you know, I'm sure you can find out yourself, but if you need any help, then I'll point you in the right direction of where to save it. It's because the bindings are not saved in a particularly obvious place. They're actually within hidden files. So.
Oh, I'm not planning on resetting my system anytime soon.
Okay.
Same.
Not till Windows 12.
The only thing is that you've got to be a little bit careful, is that updates to this game have been known, not for everybody, but on occasion they've ruined people's bindings, and there doesn't seem to be you know, a lot of explanation as why some people it is affected and other people it doesn't. It's a bit of a mystery.
That's why I tend to like to keep things the way they're originally bound, for that reason.
All right.
It's easier for me to adapt to the bindings than always like, I have to have it bound this way.
There's a few different games that I've gotten used to doing a few quality of life changes. Minecraft is one that there's a few changes that I've done.
That was an easy one to save key bindings, so like I can still remember in my head key bindings from like 15 years ago. Like literally I remember all my key bindings. That's how ingrained they are, because I just always had the exact same through all the expansions, through all the different versions that I played.
Trouble I find with this game is that some of the key bindings, you know, for default are atrocious. Particularly, for example, the SRV. The SRV is almost unsteerable for me unless I, you
I went
do
into
a couple of
turret mode,
changes.
and I actually like driving it in turret mode. That makes it easy for me.
Yeah, you can drive in turret mode. Yeah. The trouble is, of course, you can't see your scanner, and so that's okay as long as you're not looking for materials.
Right, but it's easy to switch back and forth.
Sure, but that's something you have to do, though. Obviously, if you're looking for materials, you have to drive for a bit and then switch down and see if you've got anything. But yeah, no, for me, I had to change loads of things about the SRV's key setup. It was awful.
Dudes.
Bro, you just flew, or no, it was glass. You just, you're exiting right in front of me. I was taking off and you just flew right past me.
Yep, I know. You were too slow, Joe.
I was just auto launching behind this other slow dude.
Oh, it was auto launch. Right.
That was hilarious.
You were quite lucky there because, well, not lucky, but it didn't work out quite how I wanted, actually, because I was about to thrust past you, so I never just go whoosh. But actually, I'd managed to leave my landing gear down, so the thrust button doesn't work. So I kind of just casually drifted past you instead, but casually drifted past you in the coolest manner.
The average American will eat 35,000 cookies in their lifetime.
Again?
The average American will eat 35,000 cookies in their lifetime. I didn't realize my lifetime ended last year.
I don't know what I'm doing with the scanner.
Obviously, on the scanner itself, you need to look out. On your ship scanner, you need to look for the little white dots. The white dots are the high energy FSD wakes.
Oh.
Okay, and you need to fly up close to them. Until I'm not too. Obviously, it depends on the range of your FSD scanner. I think they can be engineered so it can either do it a lot faster or it can do it a lot further away. But obviously, you will be using an unengineered one. So yeah, all you need to do is fly up close to them until you're within scan range, and then hold down the scanning button until it's fully.
I got it. This is fun.
They are around for a limit.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's not too difficult. That's for sure. They're only around for a limited amount of time, though. So you are in a little bit of a race with them. You've got to get there. Don't leave them sitting there for too long. Get over there and get them scanned as they appear.
Oh, this one disappeared right when I got to it.
And also, of course, just any ships outside. Not so much the system security ships. They don't tend to give any data, to be honest. But any ordinary ships, target them. Let the scan complete, and quite often you'll get data from them. That's it.
All right, where should I go set up my pew pew ship?
Oh, I was targeting this one and he just jumped out, so now I can go scan his wake.
There you go. Let's see, I'm good in with the Cirrus Corp, and out of Cirrus, I'll bet you I could fly my shooter ship there and do a bunch of assassination missions. As long as they're shipbound.
Where's your Vulture at the moment? Where did you leave that?
Wherever we were at the other night. It's at Desiat.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'd be happy to move it away from Desiat to somewhere a little bit more central.
Yeah. Move it to Seoul, I think. If I was you, I would probably base yourself out of Seoul. Something like that. It's nice and central.
Yeah.
High tech, so you can just about buy just about everything there.
What's a good station in Seoul to do that?
Any of the ones around Earth, or I think, is it called Columbus? Columbus, or I think one around. I think there's Titan Orbital and then Columbus Station, I think, which is around Jupiter.
All right, yeah, we'll go target Seoul right now. At least get it there, because from there it's cheap to ship it to nearby areas.
Well, once you finally become elite, if you stack all your ships in Seoul, the moment you become elite, it's 2 jumps away to Shinrata. So even to just get them transported, just get them sent for, is not going to cost you a bomb, because it's fairly close by.
Yeah, I think it's actually going to be, at the moment, faster for me to get my elite out in trade, because I'm a lot closer than I am in exploration. So do a couple of those giant ones that I was doing, and maybe I'll take on a wing mission or 2 for it and run those again. Give you guys some money. Oh, but of course that would be behind the frickin'...
Range are you having to get it within for these wake signals?
In a couple of kilometers.
Okay. Oh, good. Oh, that's not too bad then. Oh, there you go. You're jumping, are you?
How the fuck I just get mass locked? Am I flying too close to station?
Yeah, obviously too close to a station. Yeah, it's you get completely mass locked. You need to fly a bit of a way.
I didn't realize I was that close to.
The other one to do it is find a place that is a station that is in... Oh, what was that in? Give me a second. I'm going to look this up again. Jesus. If you find one that's in famine, then you can, there's always a beacon that kind of gives directions a bit. of where things need to be or whatever. There's like a humanitarian beacon or whatever, and there's constantly ships coming in and out from those. I found those to be very effective.
Nice. I'm gonna have to look into that.
So
EDDB.io is a good source to find out for faction statuses in systems. So if you click on system, you can go down to faction status and you can find out the nearest ones that are in whatever that you're looking for.
there's also a place, if I recall. It's like one of these big starports, but one that you can't land at. One of these research stations or medical facilities, or it's a big space station, but it's not the type that you can land at. But there's one of these places where if you go and you get there, as soon as you get there, fighting will always break out, and all you've got to do is hang around there, scanning these ships that basically fly in and engage, and it's well known for really high level. I'll have to look it up, but it's really known for high level data materials.
Yeah,
And all
there's
you've got to do
also
is stand there just scanning them as they're fighting, and these new waves of ships come in. Basically, it's pirates come and attack the station, and then the defense forces start fighting the pirates, and you just sit there scanning them.
Isn't there a crashed Anaconda that you can park your SRV in the middle of 4 data points?
Right.
Scan the 4, reload, scan the 4, reload?
That's Jameson's the Jameson crash site.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Cobra. There's a famous crashed Anaconda where you can farm level 5 materials.
That's the Anaconda I was thinking of. Yeah.
But those are scoop upable materials as opposed to scannable materials.
Yes. Yeah. So it's the Cobra at Jameson that's what I was thinking of. Because you can just park your SRV in the middle of the 4, get in your turret, scan the 4, log out, log in, scan the 4, log out, log in, and it goes by pretty quick, and they're pretty high level.
Oh yeah. No, it's effective.
Like it's grindy, but not nearly as bad as Dav's Hope is. Dav's Hope is just, yeah.
If I say about Dav's Hope is that getting around there as quick as possible, kind of doing this little rally course is, in itself becomes a little bit of an art. It's like, trying to get around without pretty much stopping and, without hitting out too much.
I think I watched the complete 3rd season of Stargate Atlantis on Dav's Hope.
Right.
Just threw it up on the second monitor and away I went. How many of these jumps do I have? Oh, only 4. That's not bad.
Soul.
Yeah, I'm headed to Seoul right now. I should probably level up my factions and run on that area, shouldn't I? I'm gonna run it as my home system.
It won't fine, but it won't make any difference to what's available for sale.
No, but for the missions it will.
Well, if you're going to run missions out of Seoul, yeah, sure.
I don't know what kind of decent missions, if any, are out of Seoul.
Yeah, it will depend on the system state itself. Yeah.
Oh, and I found out why I wasn't unlocking Marco for the engineer. I hadn't gotten the second engineer up to at least level 3 yet.
Oh, I got you. Oh, I see.
I forgot about that part.
Okay.
I haven't touched it since then, but at least I now know what I was doing wrong and why it wasn't coming up.
So you've got to go back to the other engineer, do a touch more engineering just to take it over that level, and then you'll unlock him. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't say Polo. What the hell, Hills? Marco Polo. Hello, you're a big red thing. ED plus 7558. Yes, that's a star system. Oh, you're swapping ships. It's like destroyed. What happened? Oh, yeah, that's right. It says destroyed when you're swapping ships.
The only thing that ever destroys me these days, to be honest, is hooning, as they call it. You know, when you're flying down on, down on the planets, canyon running, and you make a wrong move, especially if if you've got speed build. See, I've got a Viper that does about 930 at boost. The fastest possible ship that you can get.
Damn!
Oh yeah, 900.
Sounds like fun.
Something. Oh yeah. It's a rocket, absolute rocket. But it's to be that fast, it's made of paper. So if you get it wrong, you're looking at the rebuy screen again. But so yeah, I like to.
It's like the carbon composite supercar equivalent. Where it's like super flimsy if you hit something, but until you do, it's like the fastest thing out there.
Sure. Yeah, because quite by you've got what's the name of that system? That's again only 1 or 2 jumps away from Shinrata. There's a famous moon in one of the systems, about, like I said, about a couple of jumps away. And it's a moon full of canyons. I mean, the whole thing is one giant.
Oh yeah, you were telling us about that. I remember you saying something.
But it's only in Horizons. It's nowhere near as good in Odyssey. It's extremely mountainous in Odyssey, but it's not the same. It's not these complicated set of winding canyons. I'm trying to remember the name of it. We bookmarked it, but anyway, so going to a place like that is great fun in one of your rocket builds, but yeah, you get that wrong, and boom, boom, boom.
How many credits do I need to get from Tycoon to Elite in trade?
I don't understand this in our search engine with the trade routes. I set max trade route distance 20 light years and then ordered by best profit, and it gives me something with the max profit per hour 81 million. I set the max route distance to 40 light years, so it should include the ones that are at 20 light years. But when I do that and it's still ordered by best profit, my max profit drops. So it no longer includes the same. Now it's down to the best profit being 78 million. I don't understand this search feature. It's broken.
Not trade runs. Basically, because I'm a great deal of trading, but yeah, a lot of it doesn't seem to make a great deal of sense sometimes.
I started using EDDB for setting up trade stuff.
I always use it just, you know, where do I find the nearest so-and-so? You know?
The loop finder or what?
Yeah, that's
Are
what
you
I've been
using,
using. Yeah, Loop Finder. Hello, Columbus Station. My fleet. Where is my Type 9 stick? Tote.
Do we think about trying something else? Maybe go climb a mountain?
We could go climb a mountain.
Yeah, I'm just landing at Jameson right now, so I can
Yeah.
switch over and grab my
Yeah, I recommend obviously a small
Type
ship.
6, I think.
Type 6, trying to think. Is that a small ship?
I can always get a
Yes.
small ship that has room.
You need a bubble bus, man.
Let's go to the
Space
shipyard and look.
Get yourself a Diamondback Explorer. Just A-rate the FSD. That'll do. Put a decent, highest level fuel scoop on it. Even without engineering, that's still pretty good. And just you know what they call a bubble bus. It's just a quick way of jumping around the bubble in something that's got nice long range.
Yeah.
Diamondback Explorer.
That's what I got my Phantom for. It also happens to be my exploration ship.
De-rate most things.
But what?
Yeah. Well, things like shields and pretty much everything else you can mostly derate. Yeah, so it's the lightest.
I'm looking at.
The lighter your ship is, the further the jump range. So
Yeah, I'm
So
pulling up
for
my
most-
Phantom right now so I can see what I've
Yeah.
got going.
Yeah, he's just bought himself an Explorer, so
Like life support, just derate that.
it always derate your life support, to be honest, no matter what ship you're on. Other than that, yeah, there's plenty of other things that you can derate.
Power distributors and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just derate it.
I keep my power plant A-rated just because of the shielding that it gives for heat, for scooping, so don't overheat so fast. And then frameshift drives A-rated, thrusters are D,
frameshift,
life support's D, power
Yeah.
distribution's D, sensors are
Yeah.
D.
Sure. Yeah.
Optional internals, Guardian, booster, 6A fuel scoop.
A lot of people on their bubble bus, if you like, and it's
I have a
obviously-
first
you've
class
got that
passenger
set.
cabin on this thing? I do have a first class passenger cabin. I forgot, I got 6-person cabin.
Do I need a
Those
shield?
shieldless? Well, not really. No, I mean you can put one on if you want, but put
I
the
think
cheapest
I'll
one
stick
there.
with one.
Sure.
I have a 3A shield generator on it. My jump range right now is about 55.
So all I really need is just in my optional internals, is a shield and then a planetary vehicle hangar, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you need and
And then I
obviously
can just go with the smallest,
and a fuel scoop.
lightest.
And I recommend
Right.
the good fuel, the big fuel scoops. I don't think they weigh anything, so it doesn't matter. You may as well get the best you can. So.
A shield generator, should I go with a class 4 or can I go as a class 3? Okay.
You can go lower, yeah, exactly. Yeah, go one lower. It'll still give you coverage, but it's just
Yeah.
not powerful. Yeah. All you're really doing is protecting yourself from bumps and bangs on landings, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah, you won't be getting any pirates attacking you in something that doesn't even carry any cargo. So. Don't need any lasers. Don't need any shield boosters. All of that. You
And I just go
want
with
to-
the lightest planetary vehicle with 2G.
Yeah, the slightly more expensive one because it's you're right. It's slightly lighter. That's right.
Shield generator like a 3D.
Yeah, as long as it obviously it will tell you if it's not powerful enough to cover that particular ship, then it
Oh, it doesn't
allow
say.
you to fit. Yeah, if it allows you to fit it, then fine. Yeah. Yeah, so obviously a Diamondback Explorer is a small ship, but you try fitting, say, a 3D onto an Anaconda, and it just won't have it.
Yeah.
It says this isn't big enough to effectively shield the ship. So it's not a size issue. It just doesn't have the power to be a shield to cover such a big ship.
Makes sense.
The other thing that you might want to give yourself is perhaps just one rung of heat sinks.
I've actually never used heat sinks. Where do they go? Utility mounts?
Yeah.
And are they just static or do you have to use them?
No, you can either you can assign them to your fire groups. They'll always show up in your when you have them loaded. They're always visible on your HUD that how many of them you have left. They come in groups of 3. I personally assign them to a key. I use V heat sinks. Basically, they get you out. If you muck up and accidentally get too close to the star, and you end up being forced out of Super Cruise while you're turning a bit crispy around the edges. Even once the frame shift drive has cooled down and you're ready to jump again, being so close to the star and re-engaging your frame shift drive drives the temperatures through the roof, and you can give yourself some really bad damage. So it's always a good idea to engage a heat sink just before you reach sort of 80 or 90 degrees around then, as you're jumping out, and then you won't have any damage. They're kind of essential for seriously exploring, because you're always, every now and again you're going to muck it up. You're going to be fuel scooping, and you'll go slightly, you'll be a bit greedy, you'll get a bit too close to the star, and everybody does it, and they save you having damage for that.
Yep. Good thing to have.
So one heat sink launcher is good?
Yeah. It's 3 chances. You got that's 3 encounters with a star that you can get away with. And of course, when you reload, when you dock at a station and press reload, as you would do for guns, for example, it also reloads heat sinks. You don't have to buy them separately. It counts them as ammo, in other words.
Yeah. Okay, where am I flying to? What's this place called again?
On the squadron bookmarks, under the squadron systems, Grigorovich Penal Colony, and the star system itself is HIP 77470.
Got it.
Yeah,
Doesn't even look like I had to fuel up going there. 5 jumps, nice.
Yeah, there you go. Darkwing to be ready as well. How are you doing, Darkwing?
I'm dropping something off here, then I gotta go back to Seoul, collect up the money for this mission, and then I'll be on my way.
He just can't help himself, can he? He sees a bargain and he's got to go for it every time.
Well,
okay,
yeah.
do that quick one mission.
Very ADD when it comes to this. I'm like, ooh, shiny.
The thing I don't like about the EDB, bro, is there's no way to set like the prices based on your cargo room, and so it's like difficult for me to visualize. Is this better than what I'm used to?
It gives you price per unit, is what it is. So you just multiply.
Oh, okay, so I just multiply.
Yep.
Well, we can head there because it's the actual place itself that we've got targeted is if you plot a route to that place, then it's actually a base. So we can just fly to the base and wait for the bargain hunter to show up.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. .74 light year jumps. Oh, that's something that you probably need to consider doing for yourself, which Darkwing has already done, and that's going out and unlocking the Guardian frameshift drive booster. It really is worth doing. It's probably the most useful module in the game.
Check that out.
I went with him. I took him out there myself and did it. I happily go with you. It's always a lot easier if you've got somebody with you. You've got somebody who
Yeah,
deals
maybe
with
next
it.
week.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, what it is, it's a Guardian base, and you go there and you have to, shoot some of these power points to basically unlock the whole thing. But while it's happening, you're occasionally getting attacked by Guardian Sentinels, which, two is a lot better than one. One person can deal with the Sentinels while the other person's, getting on with doing what they're trying to do in terms of unlocking the site. So. I bet your Phantom Darkwing has a frame shift booster. Yeah.
Guardian? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go. An extra 10.5 light years for a class 5.
I can jump 53 at the moment, light years.
Yeah.
I think I can get that even better if I optimize the ship a little bit more.
Oh yeah. No, you should be able to get a Phantom close to 70.
That's what I was thinking.
Bit of optimization, 68, 67, something along those lines.
I've got a few extra things in here that I was using for something else, but like if I got rid of the first class cabin that I have in it, that would increase it. If I got rid of the shield, that would increase it.
Of course, there's a lot of engineering that you can make lightweight. You can lightweight a lot of modules.
Yeah.
So, for example, sensors. Sensors is a huge one. If you lightweight your sensors, you reduce the weight massively of your ship. You can give it, say, a Phantom just by running level 5 lightweight sensors. Then you can probably add 5, 6 light years onto your jump range just by doing that. Sensors
the funny thing
really
is my power plant, the difference between A and D was like 0.3 light year jump range. It was almost nothing. It was like, okay, I'm not losing as so much that it's not worth it. What I gain in being able to heat shield for faster fuel scooping and not have to be as paranoid, the speed that I gained off that made up for the 0.3 jump range.
I always
These
carry.
Heatsinks are fun.
Oh, there you go. You don't need to use them. What the screen?
I was like playing with it to see how hot I could get, and then I hit it and didn't realize that it went like
to zero.
All your heat.
The other nice thing about that too is that you can use that to evade scans.
That's true. If you're fighting, if you're in combat and you fire off a heatsink, they'll find it really difficult to lock onto you for a while.
Or
what's the name of this
if
place
you're
we're going to?
carrying illegal shit.
Gregorovich Penal Colony. It's on one of the. Again, if you just go to your map, your.
I've already got it targeted.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's on one of the moons around this ring system. I hope this is in. Oh, I'll tell you what, though, I didn't think of one thing. I hope this is in daytime. Because that's what we're going to find out in a moment.
Oh, if it's daytime or nighttime?
Yeah. Obviously, it's. I mean, you can still do it, but I hate that. No, it looks like it's in day. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. It was in the daytime.
That would have been more interesting, though.
So yeah, we're doing it in the SRVs. We're not going to try to free climb it on foot.
Well, you could do, but you'd probably run out of oxygen by the time you got to the top.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, it's we take the SRVs up there. It's a nice looking planet as well. It's kind of greenish and brownish. It almost looks like it's covered in vegetation as opposed to some rocky thing. There we are. There it is.
So the audio is randomly clicking. All right. No, I know exactly why it's doing that, and I'll have to change it for next time. I went to go 1080 with the ultra fast latency, the ultra low latency. Oh, just when I talk? Hang on, let me try something.
You're coming in close to the people.
Did that fix it?
You won't miss that. You'll be able to tell what I mean by the mountain. You can see it right next to it.
Hopefully that fixed it. Yeah, I think it's my audio interface that's doing it to me. I'm not 100% sure though. I think it's my mission board, mission. Nope, still clicking. Oh, outstanding. Yeah, I think it has something to do with the way YouTube is. Let me try something. Deliver items. All of them. I want this. Do I have to go back to? Oh no, I don't. I'm good. All right, let me try this real quick. Second. I will be right back. All right. I'm hoping that this fixed it. I'm really hoping this fixed it. But I guess we'll find out, won't we? All right. And then we're about ready to go to Gagarin, I think is where I need to go. And the video is awful now. Oh, wonderful. This is just great. Hang on. Let me do some checking. Yay for technical difficulties. I don't think it's on your side. I think it is something with mine. The video quality looks alright on my side. But I think I hear what you're talking about the clicking. Hang on. Where is this is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, no, it is still clicking. And I don't know why it's doing that.
Everybody really concentrating at the moment? Oh, everyone's gone quiet.
Oh, I'm having some audio issues with clicking YouTube.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what it is and how to fix it.
And I'm gliding in.
Yeah, I can see you just coming in now, actually. Yeah, it does look cool. Can you see the mountain?
How could you not?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
It's like there's like rolling mountains and there's just one big fuck you peak.
Yeah.
So I should not pick up this other mission? Okay, so I know what's causing the problem, but I don't think
all
I
the
can
spawn duties
fix it
alone and get yourself in your
until...
ship. Head over this way.
I mean, with the exception of completely ending my stream and restarting the stream from the YouTube side and starting with a new stream link, I don't know a way to fix this. Like, I know how to fix it, but that's the only way to do it, and I might have to do it that way if this is kind of busted. But if it is, you know what? Let's just do that, I guess.
So do we drive from here or do we fly over to it?
We'll fly over there. Yeah, no, that will take quite a while to go.
Yeah, but it'll be like that in the recorded, which is where most of my watches come from, and I don't want it be completely nasty on the recorded side. So I want to fix it for the recording.
Surface flying racer things.
Go back to refresh my page. I will post out a new
runs and shit that like really small and.
I'm gonna deafen for a minute. I'm gonna post out a new link to everybody, but just I'll